Hello there. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm walking you through the process of this funnel. So as per the document, let's just bring up the document. I'll just bring up the document and share it with you on the old screen. Okay. Right then. So this is the first link in the document. You can see here, link to the 5-day Scale Your Coaching Biz Challenge. So this is the link there that we're pointing them to. Okay. Control C. And then this is what we're pointing them to. Okay. So it's the same page, if you see here. Okay. Same page in both things. Right then. So let's deal with this page. We'll close the other link. Okay, so you see what it is. It's a 5-day challenge. So it runs every week from Monday to Friday. And it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And this is the timer then counting down. So today, for example, is Friday. So obviously then the next challenge starts on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So this is the big headline then. Watch this video and discover the one thing that grew my business faster than anything else. And then I give them an answer in the subheading. It's surveys, of course it is. And there's a button immediately underneath the video. Please click it and complete yours. Instructions are in the video. Once you complete it, you will automatically be enrolled in this 5-day Grow from Zero to Hero challenge. Okay. So in other words, this is the video that they have to watch. It's all about AI-powered lead generation. It's got myself in it, and it's got the lead generation tactics, and then it's got the outputs. So remember then to sign up for their this 100 up to 123 quality scored leads. You have to fill in this survey. Okay, so they click on this big red button. You see the big red button here? So this is the only thing on this page. You see there's the timer, there's the headline, there's the subheadline, there's the video there for me, and then there's this text, important disclaimer. Now, if you want, if you suggest it, there I can put the button above it, above this remember text, so just directly underneath the video, if you think it makes sense. I don't know. But so far, you see, nobody has taken the survey. Okay. So now then, let's see. So let's start off real easy. What is your avatar name? So let's then just say they've got 6 questions to answer. So Bob, what type of goals do they typically have? More quality clients. Okay. What type of values do they typically have? They've got budget, they've got need, they've got desire, all of those things. What sort of age range? So let's say they're, for example, like one of my customers, 64 to 65. Why not? Right. Gender. Let's say it's mostly women. For a lot of my coaches, it's mostly women because the women are more professional. They want to go out there and they want to take hold of their goals. They're normally married and they've normally got 2 children. Yeah. Married with 2 children. What are their ages of their children? So there, for example, sometimes for some of the coaches, it's more important the bracket that they fit into. So for example, for Prudence McDaniel, 14 to 18-year-olds. Brilliant. Let's even say, like Jeff said, okay, so I want them in a 12.5-mile radius around my postcode in the United Kingdom, and that's his postcode. Right. Okay, challenges. The challenges are they're wasting all of their time on one-to-one calls. They've got perhaps 3 to 5 times one-to-one clients, and they're working all the hours God sends to satisfy these clients. these clients, and it's difficult. If, let's say, 50% of these clients finish their program, or run out of budget, the coach is in big trouble. Okay, big trouble, because they might not be able to pay the mortgage. They might not be able to pay their mortgage, and they might be having, sorry, it's difficult to talk and type, might be having very difficult conversations with their spouse. Okay, because you can imagine there, if you've got 5 clients, and let's say they're each paying you $3,500 their dollars per month. That's what? That's 15. That's 17,500, isn't it? No, what is it? 5 times 3.5. 5, 25, 30, 15, 17. Yeah, $17,500. Now, $17,500, that's quite nice. But let's say if you lose 50% of them, let's say you lose 3, then you go back down to 7. You go back down to 7. And let's say you've got a mortgage, and the mortgage is about maybe $3,000, putting the kids to school, the 2 kids there, that's going to cost you at least $1,000. That's $4,000. And then all of a sudden, then all of the bits and pieces that you have to pay for, that's usually about another $600. That's $4,600. So all of a sudden, then the car payment, that's usually about $600. So that's what, $5,200. And then groceries, etc., bills, then you're probably talking another $800. That's $6,000. And very, very quickly, then you see you're up to that $7,000 a month mark. And all of a sudden, then you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Okay. And this is why I'm saying, you see, there, this is never the way to go. So they have, they're doing everything. Yeah. They're doing the gardening. They're doing the painting. They're doing the decorating, you know, because this is in Europe, this is the summer season at the moment. So what I found with a lot of these coaches is that they're doing the gardening, the painting, the decorating, they're doing the cleaning, they're getting the kids ready for school, for a new term in school from September 4th onwards. So after Labor Day, yeah. And it's a pain in the bottom. They're doing everything. And I always ask them, when was the last time you saw a brain surgeon doing marketing? When was the last time you seen a lawyer doing marketing? A lawyer, an accountant. But yet these coaches seem to want to do everything. Want to do everything except find time for the coaching themselves. And by that, I mean group semi-automated coaching. Yeah, because one-to-one is never the answer. Because one-to-one is never the answer. Never, never, ever, ever. Okay, that's what I would say for that one. So you see, I'm looking for length in these answers. If we can get somebody to fill in one of these surveys, brilliant. Yay, hooray. But whenever we do get people to fill them in, I want to get them to fill them in with more depth. because what I'm doing is I'm doing a len count. Yeah, you know the function len. I'm doing a len count. So the people there that have higher len counts, I'm going to tend to those people first, rather than the people there that just writes pinpoints, the clients, not enough. Oof. I want people that are going to put in details, that are going to fill in details for this. Now, what groups? There, for example, they could be in the coaching dojo. They could be in the what is it? Rocket your coaching business. Scale your coaching biz. Okay, these are some of the groups. Then there's some other ones, but I want them to be in at least a few of these ones here. The millionaire mindset. There's a few others. Unstoppable, one from Tony Robbins, etc. I want them to be in some of those groups. Conferences. What conferences? Like, let's say, for example, any conferences hosted by Tom Ziegler, so the son of Zig Ziglar. Any courses hosted by, what's his name? No, sorry, I think I've forgotten. The son of Stephen, I've forgotten his name, sorry. But his father's name was Stephen R. Covey. So he was a very, very famous coach. There are the people, what is it, Bob Proctor? Proctor. There, who else was there? There was Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, of course, Jenna Kutcher, Stacy surname. Oh no, I've forgotten it. Russell Brunson. Is anybody who's like followed any of those people, even Brendan Bouchard or Grant Cardone? Anybody who's followed any of those people? Okay, those are brilliant events. I've been to some of those events. Yeah, what gurus? Probably the gurus would be the same. Maybe it's Jim Rohn, the godfather of coaching. Maybe it's Zig Ziglar himself, Tom Ziegler's father. Maybe it's Bob Proctor. Maybe it's somebody else. Okay, so I want them to know this. Now, maybe it's that lady. What's her name? Alexandra Steele on Instagram. Steele on Instagram. Okay, so it's maybe it's different people, different strokes for different folks, as always we say. What's their favorite quote? If you keep doing what you're always doing, then you'll keep getting what you've always got. Always got. Okay. So that's a nice quote. What's their occupation? So their occupation, well, for me, it would be business coach. For them, it might be ambitious business owners. For them, it might be ambitious business owners. Yep. Next. Right. If you visit their Facebook, LinkedIn profile, what is their most common job title? You know, what's the most common job title there that we see? I normally see things like business success coach or business and life coach, executive business coach. Those are the titles there that I see. And those are the titles then that you should be looking for me for in LinkedIn Sales Navigator. What is their typical yearly income? I like to work with coaches there that are earning, let's say, at least, or what is it? At least $60,000 per year per annum. Okay, $60,000 per year, because then that's nice, because then that means that they're getting at least $5,000 take home pay. Okay, so 5,000. This means, what is it? This means at least 5,000 take-home pay on a monthly basis. Because remember, you see there that my program costs, what is it for the 6 months? There you're talking about $18,000. So I want to make sure that they're able to afford it. So you see, if they're earning less than $60,000 per year, it might be difficult. It might be difficult because if you're taking, like, let's say, $3,000 off that to pay me, then what you've got to do is that you've got to think there that they're only going to be left with $2K a month, okay, which is not going to be appeasable to everybody. So if they're earning like 5 to 7K, then it's a lot better, because then what we can do is we can guarantee them a return on their investment after the first 60 days. Sorry, I'm just pouring myself out a cup of tea here. Apologies. I'm just pouring myself a cup of tea because I've been talking for a long time. Okay, excuse me. Oh, I love a nice fresh cup of tea in the morning. If unimportant, right? Level of education. Yes, level of education is not important, so it's not applicable. Okay, some people it is, some people it's not. Don't want to have. Now, what do I not want to have? I don't want to have life coaches. I don't want to have fitness coaching. I don't want to have wellness coaches who are not interested in growing their business. Yeah. Some of them would like to just sit around and complain all day. I've got one life coach there. She likes, then people come and they tell her that they'll do her garden or grass for $20. And then she says she doesn't have $20. They'll go to the store for her for $10. She tells them she doesn't have $10 to spare. So what they do is then they decide, okay, well, we'll go there for free. And then she says, okay, right, well, you know what I'll do? I'll give you like 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour of coaching there for free, because you've just gone to the store for me and you've just gone this. And it's not the way to go. If she would just sit down there and do her coaching, group coaching, instead of doing this individual coaching, maybe she's getting $95 from one person. Maybe she's getting $95 from another person. So she's getting about maybe $300, $400 a month. And that's not enough for her to live on. Okay. And it's absolutely stupid. It's where coaching becomes a very expensive hobby. Right. Objections and roles. Well, we've already gone through the objections and the roles, haven't we? Yeah, you know, I'm, what is it that somebody said to us the other night on LinkedIn? I'm not digital. I'm analog. Okay. Well, I can tell you, you're going out of business very soon. I prefer, excuse me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, sorry. Oh, excuse me. I sneezed. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. I'm not digital, I'm analog. I prefer word of mouth or referrals only. Great, you're going out of business too soon. And, you know, it's time for people to wake up and smell the coffee. For people to wake up, smell the coffee. Because you're probably going out of business too soon, because you're probably going out of business too. If I, you know, as I keep saying time and time again, if I were to have one single American dollar bill, one single US dollar for every time there that somebody tells me, promises me, swears to me that they're going to provide me with at least 2 or 3 qualified word of mouth referrals. Yeah, warm introductions, in other words. I would have enough money to bring my daughter and myself to our favorite fried chicken restaurant here in Poland, there where we live in Poznan. And if this is the huge difference, if we were to do this from the automated funnels part of the thing, then what we would have is we would have enough money to bring there not only my daughter, but my friends as well, including my good friend there, Kevin Howard, and we would have enough money to bring them all the way over to the home of fried chicken in Kentucky, in the state of Kentucky, the beautiful state of Kentucky in the United States of America. We would have enough money to fly them across the pond, first class, and we would still have enough money left over after, let's say, gorging on fried chicken every single day of the week. We would have enough money for a very, very nice holiday. Yeah. That's the difference between the semi-automated approach and this manual approach. And believe you me, it is no different for any of you. Like, I've talked to some of the best of you, and yes, you do maybe get, 2 or 3 or 4 word of mouth referrals. But whenever you do this in a semi-automated sort of way, friendly sort of way, of course. But what happens is the difference is like chalk and cheese. And I know there, for example, for myself, there is no way on earth I would have had to shut up my business. Well, I opened this part of the business 4.5 years ago. I would probably have had to shut this part of the business 4 years ago, let's say, maybe 4.25 years ago. So this is the huge difference. The difference is literally monumental. You put in a system, a systemized, semi-automated process, and this is what all of these coaches love preaching about. So if you put in what they're actually preaching about, then you will make the world of difference, okay? So this is what I'm saying here. Please, 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 people, wake up and smell the coffee. I get so many of those things. And the other one is, I have to consult with my business partner. And at the beginning of the conversation, you ask them, are you the sole decision maker? Yes, I am. And then you go through it, and then you realize, oh, no, hold on there. They have to consult with their 8-year-old daughter or their 8-year-old son. And it's the truth is, you see there, that they're frightened, that they're concerned about something. And this is why it's always, always, always vitally important that we capture their objections and that we deal with their objections head on. Because, we've walked into the universities of Oxford and Cambridge, very, very, very big universities over here in Europe, in England, in the United Kingdom. And we had to ask them, like, we were there, we did a presentation, everybody was happy. At the end of it, we said, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, there were 10 says, right, we're going ahead right now. What's your scale? What's your level of enthusiasm for this? We said 7. They said 7, sorry. We said, okay, well, what would it take you to move from a 7 to a 9? Because once you're at 9, then you're almost at a 10. And they said, well, to be honest, the dean would have to be here. And we said, okay, well, what does it take for the dean to be here? Well, he's probably in a meeting. Okay, well, is there a chance there that you could call him? And then we called him and then said, there are 45 minutes. So we said, okay, well, how about this? How about they're ordering some lunch on us, and we'll have some lunch there. We'll have a nice friendly chat. And then if the dean could join us, like even for these 5 minutes, after these 45 minutes, that would be absolutely perfect. We'll even get him some sandwiches and a drink, a meal deal there, let's say, as they call it there. And for the dean as well. Okay, right, fine. So we ordered some lunch, buff. And then after that, the dean came in. He said, right, if only 5 minutes, we ran him through the main highlights. He looked around the room, seen the level of enthusiasm, and he said, okay, team, what do you think? Should we go for this? The team said, we're in if you're in. Okay, right, so then let's do this. And then at that point, we moved from a 7 to a 10. 7 to a 10 in the universities of Oxford and Cambridge. Wow. Really, really nice. Like, these places are like Harvard in the United States, or the Sorbonne there, let's say, for example, in Paris. Very, very high level universities. Now, what's the role? I prefer to speak to the sole decision maker. I don't like it whenever there's partners, because sometimes what often happens is that there's one partner more engaged than the other partner, and then something will happen. There, for example, that's not to say always that it won't work. There, for example, I look at their 2 of the people there that watch these videos, Brian and Michelle. They're a great partnership there. They do it. They're husband and wife, but they're also business partner and business partner in the business. And I've also got Evan and Suzanne Money, and they're great. They're a great team. They run this program, Marriage of Greatness, now in its, 26th outing. 26th outing. They're getting remarried to their same partners. They're this term, this semester, it was in London, England, in the United Kingdom. Before that, it was in Alaska. And Well, you know, sometimes it works really, really, really well, but let's say quite often it doesn't. And whenever there's a fallout, whenever there's acrimony, there are some of the people there will testify. Then what happens is the team have to get involved with taking videos off YouTube and stuff. They're affecting the algorithm, affecting their reach, and that's never a good idea. Never a good idea. So always, 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 if there is going to be a partner involved, I need that partner on the camera. Okay. I need that partner on the camera, because otherwise it's not going to work. You know, Chinese whispers after you come off. Yeah, well, you know, I think it was about this. Well, are you sure it was about this, honey? Are you not? I'm not actually too sure. Boom, 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 boom. And then it needs further calls, because I will answer all of the questions, every single one of the questions. And at the end of that, I will say, have I answered your question properly? And if I haven't, then I'll go back through it. Okay. And I keep going back through it, because in my opinion, there's no such thing in this world as a stupid question. So I just want to help people by actually helping them. Right, there you go. Now, thanks for filling in our survey. And then you see what you do is you put in your name. So what's your full name? There we go. There's my name, right? Okay. And there's my, what is it? Nope. If we would put it on the right side, what is it? Okay, there you go. There's with the country code. And then what I do then is you don't even have to say, I would like to receive further communications. It'll still go, but you do have to agree to, over here in Europe, we've got GDPR, the data processing regulations. In the United States, then you've got CCPA. And then even in Poland there, you've got something there, it's equivalent of GDPR, it's called RODO, R-O-D-O. It's like rodeo, I suppose. And then what I have to do is I have to submit the results and then get my free AI generated leads and enter the challenge. Now, then remember, the AI leads will not be generated until day 3 of the challenge. Day 3 of the challenge, okay? Because it takes the algorithms there to go out and to trawl through social media so that you don't have to. So that we can do it through Twitter, through Post-it. Maybe that's the new form of social media. Reddit, Quora, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, if you're a tickety talker, and any sort of new social media platform will probably, it won't account for them yet, but there are quite a lot of social media platforms there that are trawled through by the AI bots, and they're just looking for people who have pain points, who are suffering from things that you as a coach perhaps solve. Perhaps you solve the fear of public speaking. Perhaps you solve the fear of rats. My goodness, you would need that here in Poznan at the moment. Perhaps there you solve the fear of something else. Perhaps there you solve the problems of time mastery, location mastery, financial mastery, cash flow mastery, anything like that. So maybe it's employee retention, employee satisfaction. Maybe you're a career coach, and then this is what you do in this sort of section. Okay, but whatever it is, I need you to fill in all of those details, and then I need you to submit them to us. Okay. Right, so there, off we go now. Submit your results, get your things. Yay. Right, okay. Now here we go. There, and this is where we see the page. Yeah. Now remember, as I've said many, many times in the course, this is the most important page in the funnel. And this is why they only get to see it once. Okay, so please note, you will only see this page once. So please watch the video and take action now. Right, so they have to watch this video. Well, they have to, it's beneficial to them. It's extremely beneficial to you if you do watch the video, okay? Because you see, what I want them to do is I want them to see that by getting the idea into their heads of creating a semi-automated, and I note, I'm not saying automated, fully automated, I'm saying semi-automated, because of course there has to be like spatterings of goodness there from the coach in terms of live webinars, live Zoom group calls, whatever. But there, I want to move them away from these one-on-one, depending on these one-on-one calls. And I want them to be able to fire, eventually to fire. Yes, I did say fire all of their one-to-one clients, okay? And replace them there with let's say heavily leveraged group programs. Do you think like Tony Robbins or Ted McGrath or Dean Graziosi or Tom Ziegler or whatever, that they do one-to-one coaching? No way. Jose. They don't do things like that. And neither should you. Okay. So you see what I'm doing is I'm trying to sell them something. I'm saying in every single one of the videos, number one, I'm trying to help you. As you've just seen there by filling in this avatar. Number two, what I'm doing is I'm going to sell you something. Okay, shockingly, I'm going to sell you something. And these are the prices, you know, like I'm very open with this. 7 courses for $7. 7 courses for $7. They can, of course, if they want to, if you would get value from this, you can upgrade to VIP Master, or you can upgrade to VIP Elite. Okay. And those are the differences between those programs. So there, for example, here you'll get the journals, here you'll get the worksheets filled in for you. Here you'll get their access to the live Q&A workshops, and believe you me, they are very beneficial for both you and for me, because it really, really makes me think and to focus on the program. Okay. There you'll get the customized course outline built for you. You'll get access to the customized Slack channel. There's a really good communications channel that you can ask all your questions to. You'll get your customized course outline as well built for you. Okay. And then you'll get access to one of these every month, one-to-one. No, sorry, for this one, it's only once. So you get access to a one-on-one VIP Q&A workshop. Okay, where I'll answer all of your questions in detail. But now, if you're only interested in the free option, then what you do is you just click this button here. No, thank you. I'm only interested in the free option. Please take me there. Okay, so I'm only interested in the free option. Brilliant. So there we go. And also there, down below there, we've got all of the details of the program, the testimonials, and then we've got the guarantee. Okay, there, that's what's underneath it. There, no thanks, I'm only interested in this. There you go. There's a message there from my business partner. That's Mordecai. And then thanks for enrolling. And then what we have to do is we have to start off. You're going to start off actually with module 0. So before the course starts on Monday, then you're going to be starting by watching the module 0 video. So first of all, you'll start off by watching the agenda for the module 0, which tells you the 3 things that you will learn inside the longer version of the video. And then at the end, it gives you a summary checklist there to make sure that you've got those things. There are 3 versions of the roadmap. There's a visual one, there's a text-based one, and then there's, I can see it in my head, but I've lost the words for it. So there's a visual one, there's a text-based one, and there's a third one, which combines all of the processes, which is just showing you how to create them in perfect alignment. Okay, prescribe, diagnose, and attract, diagnose, and prescribe. Stage 1 is attract. Stage 2 is diagnose, just like a physician or a dentist would do with you if you have mouth pain or if you have a particular ailment that you're suffering from. And then the third part, then we take them through the process. Okay, so that's what it is now. And then what they would do is they would just get access to this webinar now. Okay, and then down at the bottom, just a little footer, copyright 2013 to 2023. We've now been in business there for 10 years. Can you imagine this? 10 years, wow. Amazing, amazing. And I've been doing this since 1994. So as I've said before there, my name is Paul McKeown, and I've been doing this since July 1994. So next year in July, it will be 30 years exactly, 30 years exactly. And I love every single moment of it. I just love it because I'm helping people by actually helping them. Okay. Now remember, class starts Monday, but you do have to watch this module 0 in advance. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you anyway in the live class. And please, 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 if you do have any questions, please get in touch there, because we'd love to be able to help you out. Okay, thanks for watching, and it's me, PG Mac, saying bye for now. Peace out. Bye for now. See you soon.